you're used to having relationships, with just you and the other person. Maybe the friends and the family and whatever else, putting in their 2 cents and stuff like that. You're suddenly thrust into a relationship where the whole world has an opinion.
Right.
The whole world. As someone that's being on reality TV for the first time, how difficult was that?
People always have an opinion with your relationship. It's not just because we're on TV now. It's a little bit more difficult now, but it's like you can't help who you care about. So if people have an opinion, it really doesn't affect me. You're gonna have opinions your whole life, good or bad. So it doesn't really bother me.
Okay.
It just kind of sucks because people don't really know the truth. They just know what they see.
Sure. Now, the scene when you actually met Masika for the first time got a little crazy.
Yeah.
What did you think was going to happen going into that?
I mean, I didn't really know what to expect. I felt like the way it looked, it was kind of like a setup. It was like 3 girls and then me by myself. So I felt like I was just going into it with some enemies because I didn't really know what was going to happen.
Oh, so you didn't know Morgan or
I mean, I was fond
Tiara?
of Morgan. I never knew Tiara, so
Okay.
that was my first time meeting with her.
Okay.
And then Morgan I met prior to the show, but I was never that close to her.
So that was the first time you seen Masika?
Yeah, I mean, we had like a little bit of an altercation a few years prior, but that was the
really?
first time I actually met her face to face, where I introduced myself to her.
Okay, you and Masika had an altercation a few years ago?
Yes.
Okay. This was when you were still dating Molly?
No, I had another boyfriend at the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and she decided to try to work her way in that relationship too. So.
Wow. Okay. This is a little bit different. Okay, so you and this girl have actually had kind of a bad history.
Yeah, I mean, I never met her before, so it was like we got into an argument because it was really stupid. Actually, she posted a picture of me on Halloween of my ass and said hoes are gonna be hoes, especially on Halloween. And I never knew who she was. And she knew who my boyfriend was at the time. He was an athlete. So he had told me, yeah, I know who this girl is. And, she was trying to send him my picture, like, I don't know, to get him mad at me because of what I was wearing on Halloween. I don't know. It was weird because I don't know who she is.
Was this Austin Day?
Yeah.
From San Antonio Spurs?
Yeah.
Okay. And you guys were dating for how long?
About like 3.5 years, I would say.
Oh, so for quite a while.
Yeah.
Okay. So, interesting. So you were dating Austin, and she started messing with Austin?
No. He didn't even give her a chance.
Okay.
No.
But she tried to do something.
From my knowledge, he told me that she was interested in him, but he never acknowledged it.
Okay. Now, what kind of altercation happened between you two?
I mean, nothing. It was just like she tried to post my picture, and I was like, who the hell is she calling me a hoe? She doesn't even know me. And then, Austin had to get involved and say, why are you doing that to my girl? You don't know her. Like, why would you post her pic? It was weird. I would never go out to a Halloween party and post another girl's ass on my page for no reason.
So was this the first time that you guys actually were face-to-face talking to each other?
Yes, the first time.
All right, and some drinks got thrown in the process.
She threw a drink at me, but I'm not going to sit there and I don't condone violence, but if you throw a drink at me, I'm not just going to sit there and get attacked.
Okay.
And I think that's a sucker move. If you want to hit me, you can hit me, but don't throw vodka in my eyes so I can't see, so it's like a blindsided sucker punch. You know what I mean?
Sure. The security, I'm sure, rushed in right away and everything else like that. Masika, I guess, used to date Gucci Man.
Yeah.
I think it takes a special kind of person to date Gucci.
It does take a special kind of person.
Gucci's a wild one.
Yeah. That's not my type, so I don't know.
Do you know the story between her and Gucci?
I don't know, and I don't care to know the story with her and him.
Watching the show play out and watching Molly's interaction with Masika and stuff like that, how does that really affect you and you guys' relationship?
It's tough to watch. We broke up for only a few weeks, and then, he started this show with this girl, and there was I love yous thrown in there, and her finding him a condo, and her in his house, and kissing in the bed. When you care for someone, it's not something that's easy to watch, and especially because the whole world is watching it with you. Because I haven't seen it. I see it when you guys see it on Mondays. So I don't really know what's going to get shown. I don't know what's been said between the two of them. So, I thought it was more of just a little fling, but it looked like they had a real relationship from my understanding.
How do you feel about that?
It's a little embarrassing. I wouldn't go from me personally to, I don't think we are on the same caliber. So for me to see something like that, you know, she's not a bad looking girl or anything like that. So I don't mean it like physically. I'm just saying that, you know, we had a real connection. So when I see him go from me to her in a matter of a few weeks or days, it's a little tough to watch. And it does bother me.
The condo and condom line kind of.
Okay, look, I really didn't hear properly. I felt like an idiot when they showed that.
Right. Well, because she said, "Oh, I'm looking for a condo." He said, "Well, we don't even use condoms."
I thought she said I found a condom, and I said, "Well, we don't use those. So what are you talking about? That's not from me." Yeah, that's what I thought she. That's what I thought she said.
Okay, yeah. Because I was wondering where did the whole condom thing come from?
Oh my gosh.
Okay. When you asked Molly if he ever messed around with her, and he said, just a little bit of oral. Do you believe him?
He told me that he never performed oral sex on her. She only performed oral sex on him, and they never had sex. Do I believe him? I would love to believe him, but I'm not sure if I do. But this is the only thing that alters my judgment. Mm-hmm. He's been honest with me about girls he slept with before. So I don't see why it would have to be any different for him to lie to me about her, because I'm an adult. If you fuck somebody, you fuck them. I can't control you as a man. Mm-hmm. It's not going to kill me at the end of the day. Just be honest with me. Sure. But, you know, I mean, they did spend some time together, so I wouldn't put it past me if the two slept together. And I don't know what girl would lie and say that. No girls want to say something like that unless it's true, because it makes them look like, oh, just another guy on the list.
Yeah. Well, you know, I remember the episode hasn't played out yet, but I remember they showed like a little preview. I guess you confront him with all that, and she's calling him a liar and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, you know, he said no. She said yeah. So I don't know who's telling the truth, because they're both saying two completely different stories.